don't see any drop of oil under it, not anywhere. That means the Loctite I was using on the cases is very good. I know it's hard to say after only 20 minutes of running, but I will start it a few more times. I'm using a clean and magnetized ball here to drain the oil from the crankcase and check if the oil is clean and nice. I'm now ready to mount the engine into the frame. I was demounting it from the stander, washing the crankcase with gasoline from the breather upside here on the left side and coming out on the lower side. The oil was clean, everything was clean. I like how it looks, so I will put it in the frame. For that I will have to remove the plates on one side. Makes it easier to put it in the frame, especially because I have a polished frame and I don't want to scratch it. For that I will remove, to make it easier to mount, the Kickstarter kicker gear sprocket, so I can take out the plate here. So I will time lapse this and ask Gabby for some help to mount the engine in the frame. Enjoy! Fresh start early in the morning. I was tightening up the plates of the engine. I was testing and mounting the engine yesterday. It was a very successful day. I was really testing it for 2, 3, 4 hours, just starting it, warming it up, let it cool down again, and repeating that. Now I want to mount the Kickstarter. I want to mount the foot controls, hand built in stainless steel. I will show them to you, same with the Kickstarter. Yes, and it looks like I am on the right direction, mounting this motorcycle together and test riding it. The engine sounds very good and very powerful. I was just opening up the throttle, maybe a quarter of, maximum half of the travel, and it is going really high RPM. It sounds like it's really powerful, so I'm very curious to see how the engine will run on the motorcycle. Controls that I was designing and hand building in stainless steel. They are inspired by the 20s Scout, but smaller made. This is the brake side and this is the clutch side. So it's like an Indian clutch, but in miniature and made out of stainless steel. I will mount this too now. Again. This morning I was adjusting and setting the shifter. I like to do that with the wheel in the air. Sorry, this was second gear, first gear. It's good to help it a little bit as it doesn't have a selector and turn the wheel. Second gear and third gear. So the shifter is working correctly. Now I also don't have oil in the gearbox. It also changes when the engine is rotating and fired up. I also put the rear chain on, use the chain tensioner that I have here. What I also like is with usual chain tensioners, when you were in gear or something, the engine was in gear and you was pushing the bike to the back, it always went down and was starting to hit something, but this doesn't happen, as it is quite tensioned and it doesn't let it more than that go down. So the next thing I want to do on this bike is take that beautiful hand engraved tank and oil tank that was made by Mark Lesek and engraved by Tony the Engraver and polished by some black guys over here in Romania in a basement. So now I want to see how I will make the lines for the tank, for the oil and the gasoline. On the tank, I first started up by mounting it on the frame, just putting it on the frame, checking which part is the oil tank in it and marking it under and up, so I know where to drill the holes for the oil and for the gasoline. But first I wanted to see it centered in the frame, and to do so I was mounting it with spacers until I could see this line is nice and parallel frame with the tank. So now I decided this is the width, and I will go and machine 4 nice spacers out of aluminium to hold the tank in the perfect position. Here we are. After this I will go and polish this surface and mount the tank in the frame. So the tank has the back without any oil holes or anything. I was marking the oil tank part. Now I want to mount it on the motorcycle and see where I will put the oil plugs and the petcock for the gasoline. Here is where I have to put the oil lines, and the oil and the gas line probably on the other side or on this side in the rear. This will be the oil lines, 4 with oil drain, and here will be the gasoline petcock. After making the threads for oil and the gas petcock. I was washing good the tank. I was polishing it after with a little bit of paint polish, then waxing it up a little bit, and now I am ready to connect all oil lines. I was mounting all lines, so I am sure the threads are good. I also have a line that was sent without any thread on the inside. That is great. You see, no thread at all. Now, I will try to remake it, as I have one spare nipple like that. So I'm ready to mount the tank onto the frame. So I'm very happy. I think it was a productive day, considering that I think I have COVID, because I'm sweating like hell and sometimes freezing, and okay. So I managed today to line up the sprockets, to make the shifter run, and to drill the gasoline tank and make all the fittings and get ready to make the oil lines again. I was already making them, but for the steel pump. So now I have to remake them for this alloy pump.